he's going to have more depth, get more into romantic movies. Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Hi everyone, welcome back to No Light Time. My name is Hallie. So grateful to have you all. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. I am closing off the year with 2024 predictions. I will continue them early next year. So if you have a suggestion and you remember, I will automatically make it unless it's against my guidelines. If you aren't a member, I take your request strongly into consideration. So this one wasn't requested. I decided to do it because I feel like every time I do a Chris Evans video, a lot of you really like it. I'm doing Chris Evans 2024 prediction. So yeah, let's get into it. So I usually am accurate. Doesn't mean I'll be accurate here. I like to put that out there whenever people have like a strong fan base, and it seems like he has a strong fan base. I don't know where they came from, but yeah. So Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and the Tower. Interesting. So I have predicted, and I have said this from day one, I don't think that he and Alba Batista's relationship is authentic. I think that he was pushed into it. I did say this when I did Camila Cabello's in 2024 prediction, that a lot of the time people are pushed into situations just for the sake of it, you know. If you start dating somebody, you're interested, and like your managers put you together, and so forth and so forth. I've dated 2 famous people, so and a publicist. My longest relationship was with a publicist, so I'm very familiar with how situations unfold in the limelight. And a lot of the time, it is you're pushed to date people that will help you propel in your industry, you know, because there's a lot of people that are making money off of you, and you might trust them, you might trust their word, and they have ulterior motives. So that's what I think happened in the situation. But the Tower, surprise, meaning that I don't see with the Hierophant it going very well. I think he's going to leave the relationship. It's going to be one of those 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, one of those relationships that, or marriages, that is short-lived. Now that is not what I don't have a dog in the fight, so I'm not here to say, hey, this is what I think I want to see happen. It's what I see happening. So let's see. His career. Okay, so 10 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and Page of Wands. I see very strongly, I did say this before, and I see it coming to fruition. You know, I don't keep up with these things. I always say Housewives is my jam. Housewives, Vanderpump Rules, I love those shows. I love reality TV. But when it comes to celebrities, I don't keep up at all. A lot of you have to send me updates. So, unless it's like a prominent update, you know. But I see very strongly here, I don't see... I see him doing more romantic movies. And in fact, I was watching Netflix and I saw an advert for his movie with Emily Blunt. After that, I see more romantic movies. Very, very strongly. 9 of Wands, I think he's going to be working with an acting coach to give him depth, because I feel like, you know, I don't have anything against the guy, but I just think he can be a little bland. So he's going to have more depth, get more into romantic movies. Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And I don't think it's going to necessarily sit well with some people. he's going to be critiqued very badly, but I encourage him to continue, because it doesn't matter what people say. He is an actor and he has talent, and not a lot of people can say that they've been in so many movies that have done well, have accomplished a lot. So I am rooting for his success, really. The Queen of Swords, the Hermit, and Four of Pentacles. I see that he has, I feel like his manager's a woman. She's very stern with him, and she's like, she speaks to him very she's very cutthroat. She speaks to him like, these type of movies, like, she's very honest with him. She's like, you continue down the road you're going, you're not going to make your money. Like, she's very direct with him, and sometimes it's not good for him, because I feel like, all artists can be sensitive, but he's very sensitive about the movies he does. And he's going to feel like, oh my gosh, she really, she doesn't understand my vision, and she might not, because she is out for money, which is her job. So the Eight of Cups and Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Excuse me, it's not the bottom of the deck, it's just the energy. He's going to have to hide some of his plans for the future until it's solidified. It's kind of like a parent, when you have like a parent and they're like, I'm gonna give you an example. When I was younger, I wanted to dance. Okay, I was a dancer growing up. Dance has been my life. Really, that's my first love. And when I was a dancer, my dad would tell me, because I'm a very feminine person, he would tell me, you need to have balance. You need to you can be a dancer, but you also need to learn martial arts, and that's when I learned martial arts. I learned how to box. I learned how to do, a lot of physical activity, because he told me, you need to have balance, and I'm so grateful that he did that. So she's going to give him a plan like that, where, okay, you can do these movies, but make sure you're doing something else too, and to balance himself out as an actor. And it's going to help him out in the long run, because sometimes people can be stern and speak to us in a tough love kind of way, but it's for our benefit. So let's continue with the love. As I said, I don't see them staying together for much longer. I wish them both well, and I hope it's not crazy. I just think that they got into it for the wrong reasons. Okay, let's see. And they were pushed to do it. I think actually I see her being the one to leave. Yeah, I see her being the one to leave. And I think this is what's going on. I don't know. This is energetically what I pick up. I haven't seen anything online. But I think some people are not being very nice to her. Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and Four of Pentacles. People are saying, some of his fans are saying that she's using him. And it's going to really affect her. I actually think she's sweet. But she's very simple. Eight of Cups. She's a very simple, kind of happy-go-lucky, easy-go-lucky kind of person. And she's not used to receiving hate, but she's going to receive a lot of hate, so much so that she can't take it anymore. And the bottom of the deck being Nine of Pentacles, I see her being, I think her family might come from farm country. I know she's Portuguese, but they might come from a farm or a wine. They do cultivating stuff, and I see her going back to that. And just wanting to live a humble life, not wanting to be involved in it all. I have said this before. I strongly think that he's going to end up with I'll have a video up about it. But I see the kind of person he's going to end up with. And she's an American. Not that not being American is not a problem. I just think I don't want to. It's going to sound mean. What I'm about to say. I think he is too cookie cutter, bland to be with somebody that is like this. And it's not that it makes him bad. I don't think it makes her bad. It's just not a right fit, you know. I'll give you an example of somebody. Johnny Depp, I think, could marry somebody from a different culture. In fact, I do see him marrying somebody who is exotic, has traveled. Who else? It's a famous actor. There's very few that I think can marry from a different culture and like really sustain, because it's not easy marrying different cultures, you know. It's just not. It's not at all. Other than I see more Johnny Depp, because I have predicted that about him. I've been talking a lot about him in my videos. I'm not even a Johnny Depp fan, but who else? Who else? He's just the number one name that pops up at the top of my head. Him, I see marrying somebody, you know, being able to stay married to, and he was in a relationship for a long time with a French woman. So I strongly see that, and I just don't think, like I said, cultures coming together is different, you know. It's very, very different, and especially because he is from Boston. I'm not saying anything about people from Boston. I just think that he is very, very American, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love America. I chose to live here because I think it's the best country for myself. So there's nothing wrong with America, but it's just very different to somebody from Portugal, you know, who's used to European lifestyle. And it's not like, if you look at Joe, what's his name, his last name, Manganello or something like that, and Sofia Vergara, I think the root of the problems in the relationship was culture. You know, she comes from Venezuela. I forgot where, I think he's from Pennsylvania, you know, so he comes from very humble beginnings, you know, and she comes from like opulence, you know. She's one of the richer families in Venezuela where they look down upon certain people, and so I think that their culture clashed a lot. And there's really only so much that love can take you when you're in a relationship with somebody. So that's why I see that. I see her being a very humble, you know, kind of farm girl. I think she comes from like a farm family, which I think is very endearing about her. But the Portuguese element of it and him being American clashes a lot. So that's what I have for you all. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.